everyone. Welcome to Three Themes Live. I've got Suzanne with me, and I'm so happy to see you today.
I'm happy to see you. It's been a while.
It has been a minute. I'm so excited for a brand new week.
Yep.
Here. It's a Monday.
I know.
It's beautiful outside.
Yes, it's beautiful. It feels great. Not too hot yet.
And we are ready for you. So welcome to Three Themes Live. Let's go. Hey everyone, welcome to Three Themes Live. I'm Kris here at my girlfriend's quilt shop, and I'm so happy for a brand new week. There's nothing like a fresh new start. And I think I want to start out by saying a shout out to my friend Marcia, who's out there. I hope that you're watching. You know, her and I were emailing each other about something this weekend, and she shared something with me that really was very special. And she basically, in a nutshell, without going into a ton of details, she shared with me how she's been having some health problems this past year, and it's been pretty difficult, and she's kind of lost her mojo, her excitement for sewing and crafting for a minute. But she still tunes in every day. She just enjoys it so much, and it brings a smile to her face. And she enjoys, you know, being able to, just be able to learn something new and be amongst girlfriends. And so, Marcia, these words are for you, and I'm just glad you're here. And for anyone else out there who feels the same way, we hope you feel the same way as well, that you're also glad to be a part of this community. We have a great one, and I'm so incredibly grateful for each and every one of you. And I'm also grateful today for these two who are with me. So we've got Cheri and Suzanne. Hello.
How are you?
How are you?
It is so beautiful outside.
I know.
All
Makes
of the
you want to
trees
be
have
out there,
popped.
right?
I looked on the mountain as I was driving up. I'm like, why is the mountain pink? It was the orchards.
Yeah,
Really?
It was so pretty.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So.
Now, when you have weather like this outside, does it make you want to stay in and sew, or do you want to just be outside, or is it a little of both?
I have to do both.
Yeah.
I will take a break, you know, and go out and throw the ball for the dog. That, I mean, gets me outside for at least my 15 minutes, you know. And then
right.
Several times a day. It's so nice.
It's good to get that fresh air,
yeah,
right?
and wander through the trees a little bit, you know, in the backyard. So.
Yeah, what about you, Cheri?
We've already weeded, we've edged, we've put down all of the
Wow.
soil path. Like,
You are so far ahead of
spring
me.
is here, guys.
Spring is here.
Yes.
But does that allow you to feel okay about being inside and sewing?
Yeah, because I go out and I just like work really hard, get all the garden stuff done, and then in the evenings, like when it gets a little bit warmer, it's like, okay, go inside, enjoy the air conditioning, maybe open up the window, get that fresh breeze in my sewing room a little bit. But
yeah.
You're inspiring.
I know. I do love it. I love my flowers until fall, and then I love fall, and fall is when I want to be inside crafting.
Yeah, for
so,
sure.
So, you know, once I've planted, everything's ready to harvest, I'm like, peace out.
Yeah, that's right. Well, you know, so sometimes we think of it as like it's an either this or that, but we really can combine the two. It's a little bit of both, right?
Definitely.
It doesn't have to be either or.
No, but sometimes that's okay too.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it just,
Yeah.
You get to choose.
Okay, well, I've got some questions for all of you at home. Are you ready? We're about to play this or that. Boom, boom, boom. And so we'd love for you to post your answer in the chat and let us know which is it. Is it this? Is it that? Or perhaps it's a little bit of both. We'd love to hear. All right, are you guys ready? Are you two ready?
I'm ready.
All right, you haven't seen these questions yet.
No.
All right,
She's got us.
let's take a look. This or that, fat quarters or layer cakes? Maybe I should say that you can't do a little bit of both. How about you have to pick a side? Pick a side. Yes.
I know
Is
what I'm
it fat
picking.
quarters or layer cakes? Let's take a look and see what you all are saying here. Let's see, Kathleen is sharing fat quarters. Oh, most of you are fat quarters. Interesting. What would you guys say?
So if I went and took a survey in my sewing room, it would overwhelmingly be fat quarters.
Yes.
I think I only have like 2 or 3 layer cakes
That's
in there.
probably true. Very
So,
good point. Same
I'm definitely
for you.
fat quarters as well.
Yeah.
I have bundles and bundles of
Yeah.
stacks of, because it's more fabric.
It's more
And
fabric.
you can do more with it.
And you can choose what fat quarters you want. Sometimes when you get a layer cake, well, you're limited by, you only have 1 or 2
Right.
of every part of the line, which is nice because you
is.
have every part of the line, but it's not as big, right?
Very
And
true.
sometimes there's ones you don't like,
Yeah, and
right?
sometimes that pattern that's written for it is really nice because they're pre-cut. that
Yes,
you just-
yeah.
You can get
Yeah,
through it really fast.
very good
but
point.
overall,
Yeah.
because you made me choose.
Yes, I am making you guys make a choice today. All right, so next one up. All right, a lot of you are saying fat quarters. That's interesting. Okay, how about this? Stash builder or stash buster? I kind of have a feeling what the majority is going to be here. Stash builder or stash buster? Let us know in the comments. Okay, if I could guess, most of you are probably going to be stash builders. Am I right?
The stash builder.
For me, that's right. But
Yeah.
I feel so accomplished when I do like a stash buster
Yeah.
project where I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I just go and I'm able to glean, and I'm like, haha, I did that all by myself.
That's what I do.
Yes.
I'll be like, I'll pull
Yeah.
from my stash and I'll think, this quilt was free.
Girl math, we love it. I didn't have to pay a dime for this. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Yeah, most of you are saying stash builder. Yeah, a few stash busters, but I think, Elizabeth shares on YouTube, stash builder, I shop faster than I can sew. That is the truth.
So true.
Yeah, absolutely true. And Nancy shares that I need to be better, but I'm a builder. I need to be a buster, but I'm a builder. Oh my goodness, I think that's too funny. And let's see, Brenda is saying, I like to be able to support my shops. How can I do that if I'm busting?
That's great. I
You
think
know
that's
what? I
great.
like that. Yeah, big heart out to you, Brenda. All right, next one up. Let's see, this or that. Oh, I know what is going to be hands down for Suzanne. It's a bright fabrics or neutrals. Bright fabrics or neutrals.
Do you think I'm the bright?
Oh, I thought all day long you would be neutral. Right.
But it's got to be a certain kind of bright. It can't be a real primary. You know?
Oh, okay,
It's got to
that's
be
interesting.
darkened down a little bit. I'm a dark and dirty. Remember? Yeah, when you do your dark and dirty.
When
and
you are,
bright and
when you
flirty.
come down to it, yeah. You
Yeah.
happen. But then we see so many brights from you, Suzanne.
Like
Especially
that
around
green on the
Halloween.
pillow
Yeah.
that we did.
Oh, yeah.
The neon.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. What are we
Most
talking
of you
about?
are saying bright. Interesting.
What are you?
I would say I'm more neutral. I do like
I can see
color,
that.
but in my house, it's very, very neutral. But then I have little pops of
Yeah.
color.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, it's a little bit of both, but I told you I wouldn't
have to
do a
choose
little.
one.
You
Gotta
got to
choose
choose.
one.
So what about you?
I think I probably lean towards the neutrals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but most of you are brights. Interesting. I love that. Let's see. Someone is sharing Love Pugs. Whatever your real name is, Love Pugs. She says bright, primary and secondary. Whoa, Gail
love
Noble
that.
says she's fluorescent.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
That surprises me. Does that surprise you about
Yeah.
Gail?
Yeah.
No, Gail,
That surprises me, Gail. That's very interesting. Donna is bright. Penguins and Pins is bright. I love this. Anne is neutrals. And yeah, someone said that it depends on what the project is. And that's very, very true. Yeah.
But you can't.
Another
you told
Anne
us.
said
Yeah, you
depends on the
gotta
project.
choose.
I told you
can.
have to choose. You got to say one or the other. All right? Okay, no, we're good. Let's do the next one. Hand binding or machine binding? I'm definitely one.
I'm definitely the other.
Yeah.
I'm definitely the other. I'm the other as well.
Yeah, that's probably true. Probably
We
true.
won't divulge the answer yet.
Let's see.
I think we all know.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Kim Enriquez says depends on the project. She likes both. I know. Okay. That's too funny. I knew that most of you would be saying machine. I love what Deb said. Neither. Okay, Suzanne. Between Cheri and I, who do you think is what?
Oh, absolutely, hand right there with you.
Yeah.
Machine right here.
Yep.
Give me one of those good feet.
Yeah,
That's
we,
right.
We'll get it down.
You got to depend on those beautiful feet, right?
Yes.
And I love those feet. And there's, if I'm doing something that's going to be washed over and over and over again, then absolutely
machine.
I'll do machine. But if I had my choice for every quilt, it would be by hand.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm absolutely machine. I
Yeah?
used to do hand all the time because I could sit and watch a show or something. But I don't sit and watch a show anymore.
Yeah.
I want to do it in the machine.
You just want to
and
get it done. Bar Pasternak said hand is a 4-letter word. We don't say. Kim said the same thing. Hand is a bad 4-letter word in my sewing room. Oh, you guys. Come on now.
Oh, that's funny.
Cheri is the boom. Terry shares.
Yeah.
Boom, bada bang.
Yeah. Got to get that done.
There you go.
Bring those feet. Let's get it done.
I love it. Okay, well, that was fun. This or that. Oh, we've got another one. Oh, my goodness, I forgot. Okay, let's try this one. This is the last one.
Okay.
Are you ready? Applique or paper piecing?
That's quite a choice.
I know hands down what the most people will say in our audience, but paper piecing or applique?
This is a hard one.
Is it?
It is.
Okay, all right. I'm here for it. Why is it hard?
It's hard because I haven't done enough of the other one.
Oh, interesting.
And I feel like I would really like it.
The paper piecing is my guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you
Like
haven't done enough
I've done it enough. I've done
Yeah.
a little bit. Like, I
don't think we
I
do
know
it
the
as much,
steps,
right?
But yeah, I just don't do it as much.
There we go. Love Pugs has a good job. Love Pugs. She has a paper piecing out there. Yeah. Oh, we're coming in hot. Marilyn is
Yeah.
saying paper piecing, and so is Donna. Most of you are saying applique, but I am seeing a few paper piecing out there. Interesting. I love it. It's fascinating to me that I think most of us just love it all, don't we? And we like to try a little bit of this and a little bit of that, perhaps.
Yes.
Yeah.
A
Why
little
not?
bit. A little bit.
A little bit. Sometimes some a little less than others.
A little less hand biting, a little more machine biting. But these ones, I would say, I think I've never done a whole quilt paper piecing, and that's maybe where I'm like, because I've watched people and I'm like, they get in that process where it's just like,
Yeah.
and when they get done,
It's actually very rhythmic, right?
Yes, and when they get done, it's like perfection.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
why I said I think I could get into it more,
Okay.
but just
Well,
haven't.
guess what, Cheri?
Oh.
You're in luck. And all of you at home are in luck today because
We have the queen of it.
we do have the queen of paper piecing with
Well,
us,
I'm
Miss
one who loves it.
Suzanne.
I'm one who loves it,
She
so.
loves paper piecing. And today she's going to show us during theme number 2 the most darling quilt. Oh my goodness, I'm absolutely in love with it. In fact, if you read yesterday's newsletter that came out, we gave you basically a sneak peek of what we're going to be talking about today, and that is the woven star. The nice thing about this is that, Suzanne's going to take us step by step on how easy and fun this can be when you have some of the right tools. And one of those tools are the pre-printed paper piecing sheets. We're super excited to introduce that to you today, and we'll show you how simple it can be in your sewing room for that next sewing project. So we'll be back in just a moment. With a typical log cabin, we're looking at the same size width of strips, but the reason why this one is different is because we have a very thin strip that goes here and a very thin strip here, where these are actually much wider.
So that is my center block.
Okay.
Do you see this one? That
Yeah.
doesn't match. What you need to do, I'm gonna sew the white to the blue. I'm gonna attach this to the blue and the white. So
Yeah.
it has to be as long as the two are joined. Here's my white.
Okay, and this is a much narrower strip.
It is the narrower one. It goes right there.
My guess is we're gonna add another white block. It says narrow, round one. This
job.
is that square. The wider
White.
now,
Yes.
right?
Then
Okay, so you just keep on
keep-
doing this
keep
round
going.
and round.
It's the exact size.
Whoa.
It's that little push to learn a little bit more.
Hey friends, over the last couple weeks, we've been getting your springtime fun ready on Three Things Live.
There have been so many adorable and easy to make projects to dress up your home.
Plus, we guide you through each project so you can feel like a pro and truly enjoy the creative process.
See my lashes? We've made quilts, pillows, baskets, and so much more. Click the links below to make sure you don't miss a thing.
I would love to be part of your tribe.
Watch us live every Monday through Wednesday at 1 p.m. Mountain or 3 p.m. Eastern on Facebook and YouTube.
But you are going to be a superstar when you
Yes.
do this.
Remember that Three Things Live is where we always have something to make you smile
Something to learn.
and something to discover.
Let's go. You're gonna love how easy this is.
Welcome back. I'm Cheri.
I'm Suzanne.
And Suzanne.
I'm going to teach you
You're
something.
going to teach me more. I'm so excited. Like I said, I would love to do a whole quilt and get all of the perfection of this. So.
I think paper piecing is really fun. I think it's so precise. And this is a fantastic place to start. So I don't know if you got the newsletter. I saw that and I thought, this is perfect because I didn't realize that they were going to come out together. This class today and then our newsletter with the quilt that we've got. It's hanging up over here. What's it called? It's called the Woven Ribbon Foundation Paper Piecing Quilt. That's a big, long name.
It is a big, long name, but it is so cute, and the colors are so fun and bright.
It is
so
bright.
All of our color people that were like, yep.
Okay,
So let's take a look at the quilt over here for just a minute, and so you can see what we're looking at.
If you see all those colors in there, it is so, it's just a happy quilt.
It is a
you know?
happy quilt.
And it's 20 blocks. We can get this done. We can do this.
Nice.
So we've also written out a foundation. We've got a technique sheet for you. Let me just show
Okay.
you a few of the things we've got. We put together a technique sheet for you to use. Then this is the paper piecing. I love this. It's the pad.
So
that comes.
so this kit comes with this, right?
Yes, it comes with this. And if you look at this, in the front, it's got step-by-step how to do paper piecing.
Okay.
These are the sizes you want. And then look at this fantastic thing
Oh,
right
they're
here.
already printed?
Everything is printed.
I don't have to go to
This-
my printer?
No, this makes
Nice.
this so easy for you. Now, if you use the right tools, we are going to show you how much easier it's going to be to get excited about paper
Okay.
piecing. So I'm just going to go through the tools that you need. These are very important, I think. We've got add a quarter, and we have this on our website. Add a quarter, you get, this one comes with 2 in it. I'm not sure about the packaging that we have. It comes with a 6-inch and a 12-inch.
So which size do you like best?
It's a ruler that you will use to get your seams done well, the 1/4-inch seam inside your paper piecing, and I'll show you what we're going to be using it for. Personally, I kind of like the 6-inch because
like the
I can,
6-inch?
yeah, I can slide it along. The 12-inch is a little bit big, but if you're doing a big project, because this does have some big pieces to sew together.
So
the
let's
12
take a
is
look
pretty
at the
good.
back of the ruler, because I think that that's where the magic of this ruler is that it's got,
We've
kind of
got a little ledge.
a little ledge. Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure how to make that visible, but right here there is a ledge and it hooks on your seam.
Okay.
So you get a perfect 1/4 inch seam allowance
Nice.
when you cut it. And we'll go over that. Also, it's got a little flat edge right here that you can use to fold your paper on
I
too.
always forget about that side of the
And
ruler.
you know what? Honestly, I hardly ever use that.
Yeah.
So we'll come back to that. And then what else? Oh, very important. You've got to have a little seam roller. We've got some of those coming in on our website as well. You've got to have a good sharp rotary cutter. And I'm thinking that and the paper. And you're pretty good to go. So let's get started with this. So I'm going to take my technique sheet and kind of go over that with you. This is made for layer cakes or stackers, 10-inch stackers.
Okay, so all of you that chose layer cakes, this is
You're
yours.
in luck.
This is your pattern.
You can get this whole quilt out
If you
of that.
chose layer cake and paper piecing,
Yeah, that's
it's like
right.
your dream day.
You're good to go. So we're going to follow along with this a little bit. It shows over here the diagram on how to cut these stackers. You can cut as many as you want at a time. I like to live on the edge and cut 6 or 8 of them at the same time.
Whoa! I hope you do have
a good sharp
sharp
cutter.
rotary blade for
Right.
6 or 8 at a
Yeah.
time.
So all you've got to do is cut a 3-inch strip, 3-inch and 3-inch. And then you need 2 of them cut into a 7.5 strip. So you're going to stack those up. And then the last 3-inch one, we'll get rid of this stuff because this is all extra. You're going to cut that in half and have 2 5-inch strips.
Okay.
So those are ready. And once you've cut that entire layer cake into these sizes, then you've got everything you need to make this quilt.
Okay.
Besides the background.
That is so easy.
It's so easy.
wow.
Because the
I
thing
mean,
that
that's one of
makes
those
this-
like I could do that.
Yeah, the thing that makes this one so easy is that they've given you the measurements inside this paper pad right here. And then you don't have to guess, am I going to be wide enough to cover up this entire section so I can go from seam to seam? So you don't, I think this is a great place to start for anybody who is a little afraid of paper piecing.
So would you say that this one is very beginner friendly?
Very beginner friendly.
Okay.
And I've got to tell you, it was super fun to make. So I've got my background pieces cut as well. They're just triangles. It tells you to cut the squares and cut them in half. Nice thing about this, even though I've got a nice accurate 6-inch cut down the diagonal, 6-inch square, you don't have to be that perfect because you're going to be squaring these up. So
Okay.
you can see right here, I was off a little bit on that point. You can see it's a
And that
little
one's
bit
gonna be
janky.
okay.
It's going to be just fine.
Okay.
So don't stress about that.
So it's got a little bit of forgiveness in
does.
the pattern. Okay.
Okay, so one last tool that you may have, but we do have these available, is the Caterpillar Glow. I forgot what they're called. The light box.
Yes.
And this is the mini. I like using this. This is a game changer for me in paper piecing. So,
It is for me, like
did you use
in
it?
all of life. Not just paper piecing. but
Before I
yes.
had this, I did my paper piecing like, okay, let me check up in the light, I did that. Wait, let me fold that. Does that fit right there? I did a lot of that. So, but if I turn this on and I put my pieces on here, and Cheri, you're going to do a little sewing for me.
Okay.
You lay this on here and you can see
Oh,
I've
you
got
can
it.
see right through it.
Right. And this looks wrong, backward, but you're going to put this piece of paper right side down. So we've
Okay.
got wrong side up, and then I need number 1. I need step number 1 or placement number 1, and it tells you in the pattern exactly how to do that, also in the technique sheet. I'm going to lay that right side up. Oh, and they've given you such great fabric in this kit. This is a beautiful linen that doesn't have a right or wrong side.
Yay!
You don't have to worry about it. And then, so you're going to lay that there, right side up. Okay? Now you're thinking, that feels backward.
It does. It always feels backward when you start.
But it's not. I promise you, trust the process. We're going to get there. The next piece, though, if you want to, you can pin that. I never do.
Do you ever use a
You can
glue
use
stick?
glue. You can use a glue stick too. I just don't because I'm going to hold it. And plus, this one is so well made. You can see your lines perfectly. This is piece number 2 in the placement. And I'm going to lay that right there because the reason I've got that right sides together is when I fold that open, this is how the quilt is going to look. My seam will be right here. And then this is the front of the block. Okay, does
Okay.
that make sense? So you would stitch right along there. And these first two pieces when you're paper piecing are the very best. They're the funnest because there's not hardly any trimming, no guesswork. So that's what you would do. So before we go on, you don't need to sew that one, but I'm going to go ahead and get this one
Because
right
I was
here.
getting a little bit nervous.
Yeah, no, don't worry. So I've got that already sewn right there. And then I'm going to take this, press it back like this, and you're wondering, do I take that to the iron every time? No, you do not. We're going to use this little seam roller.
So is that
And it-
enough?
That is enough.
Okay.
It works great. Now you can see, I'm going to move the light box. You will use the light box a lot as you're placing these, but I'm going to move it for now. You can see right there, that's kind of wide for a 1/4 inch seam allowance,
Yeah.
don't you think?
You sewed it wrong.
No, I promise I didn't. I should have tried to make it a little more closer to 1/4 inch, but before you can leave that, honestly, I have before, because it's not going to show through. But if you want to trim that down to a 1/4 inch, flip your paper over. This is your seam line right there that you just stitched on. And you can take this back, fold your paper right on that seam line.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep, we fold it back.
And then you're going to take, this is where the magic comes in, the add a
the
quarter.
magic spot.
So you'll put that right there, and you can see I can slide that right there because it has that little ledge hooking right there on the thickness of the paper and the two pieces of fabric. So you could take that right there, you take your nice sharp rotary cutter, go right along that, and now you've got a perfect 1/4 inch seam.
So what about like these dog ears? Do I need to
Don't
do
worry about it
anything
yet.
with them? Nothing
Nope,
with those
because you're
yet.
going to go back
Okay.
and square this block down. Now, you can just press that again and keep that at a perfect 1/4. Now we got to move on though. We've got to add number 3.
Okay.
So let's get back to our light box. I'll just put that right there for a minute. And then we're going to put, what piece of paper? There we go. Number 3 is right here. It looks weird, you can hardly tell, but I've got to put number 3 on right there.
So do you have any tips like to make sure we put it in the right spot? Like,
Well, since they have this numbered, you're going to be fine. Most of them do number for you because
Okay.
you won't be able to, unless you're just going to do, strip piecing and just keep adding as you go without any real pattern. But this one has it numbered, and you can just lay that right there. You can see that you're going to have plenty of space because if you look real closely, I don't have anything to point with here, but you can see the darkness of that line right there. That's going to be my seam line right there. So if I lay this on right here, I'm going to give this to Cheri, and we're going to flip this over, and she's going to use the front to stitch.
Right on the
there,
line?
Right on that line. Now, one other thing that we've done with the machining before we started is we've shortened up the stitch. I put it down at 2, I think, on that one.
that's what it looks like.
And then, because you're going to need to tear these papers off at some point, because you don't want to leave them in there.
Oh, so by lowering it, then it's easier to tear it off?
Much easier.
Okay.
Much easier. So you'll get that one sewn on there. And then we have 2 more to sew on. I'm just going to show you the placement of those while you're doing that, because these are a little bit more tricky. I even had to think a little bit about this one. Let me bring my light box back. And
Do I backstitch?
you don't need to, you can, but I don't.
Okay.
I just don't add the thickness of it.
So do you go clear off your paper or do you stop at the dot?
Oh, good point. I'm glad
Okay.
you brought that up. You're going to sew all the way off of your paper at least by a 1/4 inch.
Okay.
Because that's got to go into the seam allowance. Okay? So the next 2 pieces that you have to put on there, let's bring that over here and show them what you've done.
She's inspecting my work, guys.
No, I'm not. I promise I'm not. I would never be the judge on paper piecing. So you can see, well, whoops, what am I going to do there?
Oh, no.
It's sewn into the seam, so it doesn't really matter. We're going to pull that right there, pull it back a little bit, lay it down flat, and press our paper right along that seam.
Okay, so that's good to know because
Yep.
I would have panicked.
Yep, you don't need to. We're going to put this right back on there, and it's not quite long enough, but like I said, you can just slide that right along there, and as you're cutting. So we'll put that right there. I'll start right here. Put that back down. There we go. Now we've got a nice 1/4 inch seam.
Okay.
I'm going to fold that paper back
Look,
over.
I look like professional.
Yeah, you do. And we're going to do this. Push that back over. And look at her beautiful little perfect 90-degree angle.
That's what I love about the paper
Yeah.
piecing is that it is so perfect.
It does look really good. So, okay, so the next parts of this, if you look at the pattern, you can see this. I'm not making that whole block. I'm doing just 1/4 of it at a time.
Okay.
So this sewn to this. So you'll see how it works. I've got to put on these two little outer edges. So let me get that out of the way. The background pieces. Let's trim this one real quick. Again, I've got to pull that back some. So you can see I've pulled back quite a bit right there.
Yeah, and there's a lot to trim on this one.
There is. I've got a lot of that because it's extended so far, and we've got a seam that goes like right down the middle of number 3, and as well as number 2. So let's get this one cut right there. I want to say, I think the finished quilt size for this, the finished quilt size, somebody was asking what that is, and I think it's 48 by 60, I believe, because this is the twin size, I believe. No, the lap. And there's how many different ones in there? They've got all the way up to a king. You just need extra layer cakes. So, but yeah, this one is the 48 by 60. So let me press that down really quick. Now, what you're going to need to do, we've got to figure out how to put this on there. It was confusing for me at first.
So this is the trickiest one.
This is the trickiest one.
Okay.
So I've got my right side down, and then I've got to put, so I was like, okay, that looks right, doesn't it?
It
But if
does,
I sewed
but-
right there, it would be completely wrong. So I kept going, what am I doing wrong? Well, you've got to remember that your seam is actually vertical right there. So I need to put this on in this way because I'm going to press it to go over that way. So that's the only confusing part of this
So
one.
you're kind of auditioning it here.
Yes, that is the beauty of this. You can lay this all out and kind of audition it before you actually sew it down. So I can see, and if I had my light box turned up a little brighter, you could see that seam right, or that seam line right through there. But I do know that that is correct. I'm just peeling it back a little bit. You can see it's right there. I'm going to pull that this way a little bit. The pieces are cut big enough that you're not going to have an issue. There you go. I'm going to have you stitch that one right there for me, Cheri. And then we will move on to getting these quarters, because you're putting 1/4 of it together. We're going to move on to putting those all 4 together. And then I've put a couple together for you that I think, well, I don't know, it's just so pretty. It's just a nice bright quilt. So let's see. Let's see how you did. Let's fold it back right here. What do you think?
I love that.
And I'm going to grab my little cutter, add 1/4, and my rotary cutter.
So then the last thing we have to do is just to do the 4
Yeah, you've got to
pieces
put all
together.
4 of these together.
Okay.
But we've got to square it up a little bit. In the pattern, or on the paper that they've given you, there's a little line on here that says first trim line. You're going to need to square this so that we can sew those seams together. So I've just taken this right here. I just got myself a regular ruler. Not that, I don't need that. I could roll it, but
You could roll it.
okay. And then we're going to just take this and square it right along that line, and then right along this line. I just like to make sure it's nice and pressed down. It'll be perfect. Okay. And there we've got that. Now, what do you think we need to do next? We've got to get some of these sewn together.
Probably just put them right sides together.
Yeah, do you think you take the paper off?
No.
You do
I
not
know
take the
that
paper
one.
off, yep.
Because it's the very last, because your quilt has to get all crinkly first.
Exactly. That's right. So then, let me get these out of the way here. You're going to take those, you're going to trim 2 of those, sew them right on that sewing line right there. So now that I've done that first trim, and it'll show you this on your papers, it says sewing line right there. You're going to stitch. A nice thing that they've done for you is they've got a little, it's really hard to see it, but they've got a teeny tiny dot right there. You can line that up with a straight pin so that your intersections are perfect. So you can see that right there.
Oh, and then you've got
And
your,
then
your
you've got-
perfect points.
Yeah, that's right. Press that open and then tear off this seam right here.
Okay.
Then once you get those 2 together, you'll repeat that same thing for these 2. You just lay them out. You can audition them however you think, whatever looks good, whatever you think looks like a good color.
And look at
then
that.
there's that for you right there.
That is
Do you
so
want to
much
do you want to
fun.
sew one together, or do we?
I think I'm really excited for thing 3 because I saw a sneak peek.
But I promise you, everybody, this is such an easy way to go.
Yeah.
You will really enjoy it.
I love it, and I love the perfection of it,
Yeah,
and
it's-
how easy it is, and that this is such a beginner-friendly one.
Very beginner friendly. That's. I'm going to make another one. I've chosen already. I had a layer cake that was patriotic, and I'm like, I'm going to take that to my
Ooh,
retreat.
It is the year to do patriotic, isn't it?
Yes. So.
All
But
right.
anyway, yeah, Cheri, you won't have any trouble with it.
Okay.
You'll enjoy it.
Well, I'm excited. Well, we hope that you guys stay with us because, like I said, we've got some fun sneak peeks and another look at a woven star. We'll be right back.
Let me share with you one other really cool notion that I absolutely love, basting tape. It's a double-sided basting tape. Have you ever used this, Kyle?
No.
To some of you, it may be brand new. This is just like the tape that we might find at the store, but it's specifically made with a very small seam allowance for things like our zippers. I'm just going to place it right down that zipper.
Oh, this will make it stay.
Oh my goodness. And then all I have to do is place this
No pins.
right side down.
Oh, yes.
Then all I have to do is take it to my sewing machine, sew a 1/4 inch right there, and pull this back on top of itself. My zipper has been installed.
Wow.
How simple is that?
Wow. That looks like it holds pretty good.
It holds really well, and it's not going to gum up your needle.
Welcome to Galas, the ultimate 3.5-day creative retreat from my girlfriend's quilt shop. Come stitch, learn, and connect under the stars with hours of open sew time just for you. Each day brings inspiring demonstrations, new ideas, and techniques to spark your next masterpiece. Plus, you'll be able to rub shoulders with our seasoned sewing veterans that you know and love. Work on your own projects, share stories with fellow makers, and create memories that last long after the final stitch. Enjoy exclusive gifts, fun surprises, and a creative community that feels like family. Join us at Galas in beautiful Logan, Utah. 3 days, your projects, endless inspiration, where creativity shines bright. To learn more, click the link below or go to mygirlfriendsquiltshop.com and sign up today.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Three Things Live. Didn't you love that demo from Suzanne? That was
I
fantastic.
did. I'm inspired.
Yeah, I am too. And I got to tell
you'll
you,
love it.
I love paper piecing. It's one of my favorite things to do. You know, someone in the comments on YouTube had mentioned that she likes using an open toe foot when she does her paper piecing. And I thought that was an excellent idea because it does help you see where you're going a little
It
bit
does.
better,
In fact,
doesn't it?
I think we put an open toe on there. Was it? I don't remember.
It was pretty
but
open. I don't remember though.
Yeah.
It could
Yeah.
have just been the clear toe.
Yeah,
I
that was
totally
great.
agree with you on that. That's
That was
a
great.
great idea.
Great suggestions. So anyway, too much fun. Again, if you are interested in that darling quilt kit, oh my goodness, the fabrics are to die for. They look very similar to American Jane. I don't believe they are American
no,
Jane,
they're
but,
not, but they
they have
sure-
that feel, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cute. And you can find that on our website, mygirlfriendsquiltshop.com. All right, so that is called the woven ribbon star,
Right.
correct? Now, we have another woven ribbon star, but
We
in a
do.
different medium.
We do. And you know what? I loved it. It had been a while since I had done punch needle again. And
Yeah.
what we have is the Kimberbell punch needle, the woven star quilt block
Yes,
kit.
I love
and
this.
it's one of those things where I'm like, I forgot how much fun it is. It's because guess what? I gotta watch TV and do this.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
you know, if you are going somewhere, maybe you're traveling and someone else is driving, not you.
Right.
Maybe you're on an airplane. These
take a look
are
at that. Yeah,
great
yeah.
projects. So this is what it looks like. And I love that Kimberbell has given you everything you need except for a
Nice.
little pair of scissors.
Yep.
I mean, really.
Right.
That is all that is missing. They even give you a
They're all pre-printed
they're
now.
all pre-printed now, and
Yes.
that's what I wanted to show you. I'm like, look, I'm taking this right out. I didn't
Yep.
need my light board.
Yep.
I'm just going to take this off, and I am going to thread my needle, and I'm ready to punch. And to thread it, they give you this little wire with the white thing on the end, so don't lose it.
Yes.
And
like
you
that.
are just going to put it in the end of your needle, and then you're going to put it down, kind of down the pipe of your little punch needle tool.
Yeah.
Open this up and put your thread in there, and you are ready to start punching. And on this one, it is very loopy on the front, so we're going to punch from the back.
Yeah.
How can
And
that
look.
be so easy?
Right.
that.
It's just so
Yeah.
fast.
Oh
And
my
it is,
goodness.
as soon as you get that wire back off, you're ready
Okay,
to
you
go.
know, you're making me think. I've got a few of these at home. Mm-hmm. I need to get it out.
I know.
I need to get it out
because you're like, oh, it's so easy.
yeah. I love that it's already printed for you.
Yep,
okay.
it's already printed. So there it is. And really, all you need to do is punch.
You
so
just
when
take
you
your
feel,
aggression
well,
out.
Yes, when you feel like punching, and someone, I was talking to someone downstairs, and they're like, well, I don't like to go slow. And I'm like, well, you don't have to. So you can just poke that in there, come up, and I like to get it going the direction of my little scoop. So once I get going there, you can just punch, punch.
Wouldn't something like this be so cute next to your quilt that
I was
you
just
had just sewed?
thinking,
Right?
get those exact same colors of yarns and put,
Yeah.
that'd be so cute. Just
I
hang up a
love
couple of them in your
that.
room.
So that is all there is to
Yes.
it.
That's it.
Look at that.
That's
Yes,
it, you guys.
That's it. And
It's-
look at the front. Look at our little
my
loops coming
goodness.
in there, guys.
So much fun. Okay, Cheri, this is exciting because you decided to take things
I
a little bit
did.
further.
She did.
I
Of
did.
course.
I did because I'm like, I love these. They're very cute. I have, hang them on the wall. But I remembered that Kimberbell showed this little pillow when they
love
did
this
this
pillow.
one. And to do this, you just put your fusible backing on the back of it, so you can
Okay.
kind of see that there. And you press that on there because you don't want your loops to come out.
Oh,
so
that
this
makes
is
sense.
just fusible backing, and then
Yeah.
I did an envelope style back and sewed around it.
So you made it into a little
I
pillow.
made it into a little pillow.
Okay.
Or does it have to be a pillow?
No.
No, because it could just be a little mat.
Yeah, it could be a little
Or-
trivet.
Yep. So the back is envelope style, but look.
Oh my gosh, I
Look
love
how
that
cute
so
that is.
much.
Cute.
And you really could hang this. Like that adds a little bit more stability so
Yeah.
that like if you wanted to hang it on
That's
your
true.
wall, you could add a ribbon.
That's true.
Which then took me down another rabbit hole.
Of course it did.
Because I
Yes,
was
love it.
like, okay, there's the fusible. What else? How else can I do this? And so I did not finish this all of the way.
It's pretty finished to me.
Well, it's supposed to have the white, and I didn't want the white.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And so I just was like, I'm just going to take this and I'm going to cut it out
Oh.
while it's still just my woven ribbon. And I Mod Podged the back.
Wow.
So I added a glue to the back so that
Okay.
these won't just like pop out.
Yeah.
Because you always have that one kid.
Sherry, can I ask you something? Do you just lay awake at night dreaming of
Yes,
these things?
sometimes I do.
Wondering, seriously. It's like, I could never have thought of that.
So we Mod Podged
So
it and I
smart.
So
put
cute.
it, I borrowed Allison's favorite tool and I hot glued it to a piece
yes,
of wood.
yes.
And then I was like, it's missing something. And so
I love this.
and these are all names of different types of quilt blocks.
That's so
And
cute.
I just wrote them on there.
That's your writing.
That's my writing.
That's
and
pretty
then
dang
because this is
impressive.
the woven star, I made it cursive just so that it
Well, of
was a
course
little
you
bit
did.
different.
So cute.
So woven star, and then this
That's
just is
darling.
designed to just like hang on the back.
I love
So
that.
you could get I mean, you can pick up wood blanks, or just go to your garage and you might have the perfect one. I'm just saying.
Good job, Dave. That is really
So,
cool, Cheri.
But to me, I think it made it, like, I'm going to hang this in my quilt room.
Yeah.
Because I think it kind of dressed it up, made it
Yeah.
something where it
I even
speaks
love the
quilt
colors.
language.
Yeah.
The colors are dark.
Well, and if you don't have something like that, you could certainly still do it because
Yes.
it's got the canvas.
Yeah.
It's a canvas frame.
Yep.
You can hang that up. And I know, Kim has shown how to add fabric around the strips too, or
Yes.
around the borders as
Yes.
strips.
Yeah.
And that's a really cute idea as well.
Yeah.
So there's so many different possibilities
Yeah, and
on
I think
this.
that it was really fun to think outside the box because you can
Yeah.
do a lot with them.
Oh
So,
my goodness, I love it.
and they're so fun.
They are fun. They really are fun. And it's something different. Sometimes
Yeah.
you kind of get into a rut or you kind of get a little bored with what you're doing. And sometimes you just need a little break.
Yeah.
And so maybe it's a this or that
Yeah.
for a moment.
For a moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for a moment. You can choose something different, right?
You can.
Well, brilliant. Brilliant.
Yes.
I love it. So if anyone's interested in the punch needle embroidery kit, the Woven Star block kit, what do they need to do?
They need to go to our website, and
Yeah.
it is in the featured at Three Things Live
Yep.
section. So
Exactly. And it honestly, it's going to take you just a few short hours, right?
I think I was only an hour.
Really?
Yeah, because it's so fast. And
Yeah.
I just punch, and then
Yeah.
maybe a little longer when I was like, what else am I going to do to it? So, but not terribly long.
I love it. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
So clever.
Yeah, very, very clever. Very cool. All right, you guys. Well, the Woven Star is where it's at
It
today.
is.
Yeah,
It's all about that Woven
I love the
Star.
Woven Star. It's a very different block. It's one that we don't see very often, especially because it's not half square triangles. It's
Exactly.
it's something
It's
that's
its own
completely
thing.
different. And when you do it with the paper piecing, you most certainly get the best looking
You do.
points,
You do.
right? It's very crisp and sharp, and you don't have to worry about going off base because it works every time.
It does.
All you have to do is follow the line.
Which is why I love paper piecing.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Straight line.
I also loved, in fact, let's take another look at it because I also loved how you used the light box with this. What a great tip for those of you who have light boxes at home. That's an excellent way of being able to get even more exact precision, correct?
Yes, I agree. Well, I used to do paper piecing without a light box. And
Yeah.
I was always guessing, holding it up to the light and everything. And I would come up often a little
Yeah.
too short. But this
Yeah.
is perfect.
And you
I
don't
love
want to
it.
unpick that because you
I
shorten
sure
it
don't.
up.
So I just print it again.
Too fun. Too much fun. All right. Well, we hope we brought a little inspiration to your day today. And why not give it a try? Try your hand at it. Whether it's the quilt, whether it's the punch needle, or both. They really can be a lot of fun and add a lot of creativity to your next project. All right, folks. Well, before we leave, we want to remind you of a few things. First, do not miss tonight,
tonight.
in a few short hours. You gotta love a screenshot like that. Really? Okay, marketing. Who chose that picture of Kris's big old cheeser smile? Okay, Eric, it's all your fault. All right, okay, fine, I'll calm down. Okay, anyway, wow.
Swig.
Don't you love the frozen shots? You're like, eh. Okay, anyway, it's tonight, 5:30. If you want more shots like that, tune in tonight.
We can have a contest.
We could. We totally could. So 5:30 p.m. tonight, Mountain Time, on Facebook and YouTube, exactly where you're at right now, but at 5:30. You want to join us because we have Swig Night tonight. We're going to feature some of our favorite sewing and machine embroidery machines.
I love them.
And yeah, I know you for
I
sure.
do
That's
love
one you
'em.
have at home. And so tune in for that because we have some really amazing things that go with it. And you will have a chance to win a scanning gun. What? Yes. Some lucky person is going to win a scanning cut. machine tonight. You do need to be present to win. So at the end of the show, we will share that. You do need to be present to win, and you'll receive that in the mail. How cool is that?
That's great.
That is so amazing. You guys are so kind.
Very, very fun. So we hope you'll join us for that. Make sure and let your friends know too, especially if you're in the market looking for a machine. You will not find a better price or package that is going to go along with us, along with the machine. It's fantastic. You know our swig nights are always the best deals, and so we hope you'll join us for that. All right. We also want to remind you, Petals and Projects, our brand new spring passport series
your
on
new
a
Scan and
Cut. Exactly. It's the first project drops this coming Friday at 9 a.m.
they're
Mountain
so
Time.
cute.
It drops in your email, and then of course we'll have office hours the following Monday where you can ask questions and be able to visit with Jackie and I. So, you know, they're a party. We want you to be a part of the party. So come on and do this with us.
Come party with the
Come
Scan and Cut.
Yes, absolutely. And finally, last but not least, you have been asking for a sneak peek of this month's mini quilt trios, and we've got it for you today. Are you ready? All right, so these go on sale on the 26th of the month, which is this coming Thursday.
Ooh,
And-
they're so cute. Let's not show
my
them.
gosh. Yeah, okay, never mind. Someone at work said, I think these might be my favorites
Oh,
so
they're
far.
so
I
cute.
mean,
They're so
every
cute.
month they get cuter and cuter. So this one goes in the middle. Anyway, we
But I
can
like
show
this one the best.
Yeah,
Look how
it's-
cute the bees are.
I know. They're fun, aren't they? So that is what this month's mini quilt trios are. If you are part of the
You
subscription.
guys, it's got a fuzzy bee
Oh,
bug.
yes, it does. I thought of you.
Did you?
I thought of you. Yes,
fuzzy
yes.
bees.
So very,
But
very
is it a
fun.
freebie? And look, you get buy two and you get a freebie.
Oh my goodness, too crazy. So that if you are not part of the subscription, then by all means,
Be there.
be there
On the
or be square.
26th
Yeah.
at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. because you have got to get in line.
I know, exactly, because normally they're $39.99. On the 26th of the month, they're only $26. That includes all of the fabric for the fronts, backs, the pre-fused, pre-cut appliques, and the embroidery files and sewing files for those of you who do it by sewing machine. I gotta breathe.
Say that 3
I
times
gotta
fast.
breathe. I'm so excited. I think they're just the cutest. So anyway, all right, you guys. Well, anyway, thank you so much for being here. Thanks to these two. Love them
bet.
every time they join me. It's so much fun. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Keep doing all the things you love, and we hope to see you again real soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.